Today, we're taking you on an exciting journey into the world of luxury cars as we present the top 10 luxury cars of 2023. Every year, car manufacturers push the boundaries of design, advanced technology, and performance with their astonishing designs. And in 2023, they continue to uphold that principle. Whether you are a fan of classic elegance or futuristic innovation, our list has the luxury cars you desire. We have searched the market to select the finest luxury cars that embody all aspects of automotive engineering and industry. 1. BMW 7 Series. If you need proof of how serious BMW is about staking its claim on luxury car glory, then consider the fact the iSvan and its IC-powered 7 Series sibling will only be available in leg-stretching long-wheelbase guise. While the previous 6 generations of the brand's flagship saloons have placed as much emphasis on driver delight and pampering passengers, this all-new model is all about 5-star cosseting and cutting-edge tech. It's the all-electric iSvan that arrives first, but regardless of motive power, you're unlikely to lose the big BMW in a crowd. Not only is it a vast machine, but the slab-sided styling and gargantuan front grille also mean that the 7 Series is a challenging aesthetic proposition. Using a twin-motor setup and a 100-watt WH battery, the iSvan is good for 536 bp, a claimed range of 367 miles and 0-60 twomp in 4.7 seconds. Less impressive is a curb weight just shy of 2,800 kilograms. However, while performance is strong and the 7 Series handles with the polish and precision you expect, there's four-wheel steering for improved agility. It's the newfound sense of comfort that really sets the iSvan apart from its predecessors, the supple and controlled ride easily matching the best efforts of the Range Rover and Mercedes S-Class. Factor in hushed refinement, and the latest 7 Series finally delivers the luxury goods its forebears never quite managed to nail. 2. Mercedes-Benz S-Class. BMW may have knocked it out of the park with the latest 7 Series, but the Mercedes-Benz S-Class is still the default option for good reason. It was last redesigned in 2020, embracing digitization more than ever before. In that respect, it has undoubtedly succeeded. The cabin feels reassuringly traditional yet avant-garde, and the scope of the vast displays manages to avoid the jarring omnipresence seen with other manufacturers' cars. Ambient lighting and connectivity are very well executed, and beneath it all, barring one or two ergonomic shortfalls, resides one of the most materially comfortable and cosseting places to sit while the miles ease by, for driver and passenger. In an age of ever more ludicrously grandiose grilles, the S-Class's relatively subtle exterior design should also stand it in good stead in Europe. If you want your big Merc with a big battery pack instead of an engine, you need to look towards the Mercedes EQS, which is an entirely fresh take on the electric luxury car and shares next to nothing with its more traditional counterpart. Unlike the BMW 7 Series and iSvan twins, there's very little wrong with the S-Class's range of petrol, diesel and hybrid powertrains. The lineup tends to shift with availability, but you usually get a choice between the S300 fitted or S400 diesel or an S500 petrol, which also gets mild hybrid assistance. The diesels are pleasingly real-world frugal and smooth, and the S400 has all the performance that a car of this brief would ever need, but the S500 offers an even quicker and yet still suitable quiet and smooth 400+ option should you want it. There's also the plug-in petrol-electric S500 8i with a combined might of 503 bp, the ability to travel up to 64 miles in electric-only mode, and a more manageable company car tax bill than the combustion-only models. 3. BMW iX. Number 3 on this list is a double whammy of convention defiance. Not only is the BMW iX not a saloon, but it also doesn't have a combustion engine. It came just over a year before the BMW i7, but it is effectively that car, a few inches higher up in the air. It's perhaps marginally less opulent, but having a hatchback, it's also a bit more practical. The firm's new all-electric luxury SUV flagship model for its i brand. Some critics have used other words to make their feelings plain about the way this car looks and the departure from classic BMW design type that it, and other recent BMW model debutants, represent. Feel free to make up your own mind. This is a car clearly intended to provoke a reaction. There is an entry-level BMW iX X-Drive40 version, which gets 296 bp and 249 miles of WLTP-certified electric range. But really, you want the X-Drive 50, with its plusher air suspension and 373 miles of range, which truly makes this a viable long-distance luxury car. If you need to charge en route, it takes up to 200 W. The BMW iX xDrive M60 offers even more power and performance than the xDrive 50's 516 bp, but we remain unconvinced that anyone needs their internal organs rearranged any more violently than the mid-range model is already capable of. 4 and 5. Range Rover. The latest, 5th generation is a very long way from the mildly gentrified farm truck that was the original Range Rover. It is now a fully fledged luxury car, one that trades some of the other entries on road dynamics for unbelievable off-road ability. Under the skin, it's all new, featuring Land Rover's MLA Flex architecture, which has an 80% aluminium construction for lightness and strength. Torsional rigidity is up 50% over the old car. In combination with finely honed air suspension, 48V active anti-roll bars, and the availability of four-wheel steering, this Range Rover handles with assured precision and surprising agility. It's also whisper quiet on the move and has a sumptuous ride that steamrollers awkward topography into submission. Some of the other cars on this list are even more refined, especially on big wheels. A bit of thumping and the odd shimmy from the body can disturb the serenity slightly. Its makers lately added straight-six diesel engines are carried over from the old model and, with mild hybrid assistance, offer all the urge you will need and emit only a faint murmur even when extended. For fleet operators looking to keep their COs happy, the plug-in hybrid Range Rover 440i and Range Rover 500 models offer up to 70 miles of electric-only range, which makes for 8% company car tax. Plutocrats more interested in performance than the fate of the planet can opt for a 523 bp 4-liter petrol V8 taken from BMW. The Range Rover 530 will allow them to crack 60 km from standstill in a claimed 4.4 seconds. An EV version is on the way as well. Whichever model you choose, you will benefit from the same interior that effortlessly melds traditional club class quality and comfort with all the latest tech. Six. Mercedes-Benz EQS. Mercedes-Benz is taking a rather different approach to its flagship EV saloon from its BMW rival. Where the BMW 7 Series and BMW i7 share a platform, the S-Class and the EQS are entirely different cars. The quiet running of an EV undoubtedly suits a luxury car, and the EQS is quite the engineering achievement. With a drag coefficient of 0.2, it uses the lack of air vents to good effect, and in combination with a massive 120 kWh battery, that helps it to achieve a real-world range of close to 400 miles in Mercedes EQS 450 plus guys. 7. Audi A8. The Audi is one of the older cars on this list. The current generation was always a bit behind its peers for refinement, and although E8's quality interior feels like it was built to outlast civilization itself, it lacks the sense of occasion of the latest BMW 7 Series or Range Rover. 8. Range Rover Sport. The last Range Rover wasn't a small car, but the new one is truly gargantuan on European roads. Four-wheel steering and straight sides make it manageable, but you might just want the Range Rover experience and a slightly smaller package. The Range Rover Sport shares much with its full-sized sibling, not least its outstanding mechanical refinement and luxury appeal. Where the Sport distinguishes itself is its capacity to control its considerable mass, to sharpen the precision of its responses, and to distinguish itself as something of a driver's car. While it is still an undemanding vehicle to drive, it is also tactile and at least a little communicative. 9. BMW X7. Don't think of the X7 as an enlarged BMW X5, says the Munich-based firm, but rather a jacked-up BMW 7 Series that has been readied for limited off-roading work. That description doesn't much account for the fact that the X7 is a 7-seat, 2-box passenger car with an extended roofline, of course, but it does tell you about the priorities that BMW's designers and engineers had when it came to refining and tuning the car, which has now been facelifted to bring in line with its lower-slung 7 Series saloon sibling. The original X7 was no shrinking violet, but it's fair to say the latest car is even more imposing. Combining a similar twin horizontal headlight setup and vast grille with the car's existing barn door frontal area means this is a car you won't miss in your rearview mirror. Inside, there's a lower dashboard complete with the brand's now familiar seamlessly curved instrument cluster and infotainment screen, while an improvement in material quality creates the air of luxury the old car just missed out on. 10. Audi Q8, a great many enthusiasts have taken against the modern luxury car buyer's preference for the SUV, but when you drive a car like the Audi Q8, it's easy to appreciate why they are so liked. This designer take on a Q7 has more visual presence and curbside appeal than its dowdier, boxier relation, but the same brilliantly rich, solid feeling and inviting interior. It offers generous space for 4 adults conveyed at a height that makes you feel like you're lifted above the melee of traffic below, and there is enough versatility and capability to deal with whatever else your daily routine is likely to throw at you, with plenty left in reserve. Thank you so much for joining us on this captivating journey through the world of the top 10 luxury cars of 2023. We hope you enjoyed exploring these exquisite vehicles and discovering their remarkable features.